Good morning. I'm having one of those ADHD days where I can't seem to get my brain to focus on something to start with. So I thought I would just record and maybe clean up my office a little bit. So we're gonna do an office slash studio slash death pile cleanup in here today. I've been toying with the idea of I only sell online, but I really have of late been wanting to do something where I can do some merchandising or kind of have a creative outlet in that way. So I've been looking at opportunities and options for like vintage shows or a booth rental or something like that, which I've never really done. I've done shows with some of my artwork, so I know how much work goes into it and I understand a lot of that, but I just think it might be a really fun way to interact more directly with people and get to use some of the creative juice for merchandising and that kind of thing. So because I have that idea of a possible like show or booth or something like that, I have been setting some stuff aside that I thought would be kind of neat for those sort of sales outlets. So as I'm cleaning up in here, I'm gonna box some of that stuff up. So I have some good old moving boxes. I bought a bunch of tapes from I think these were from an estate sale, but what's funny is like I hadn't seen these like cases before. They're sort of like these plastic covered cases, and I think that they're like this because it's sort of like the old BMG, like you could order online your CDs and stuff. You could buy, you know, like you buy 5 and you get 5 free, and I think that was the same idea with some of these tapes. So they're just different covers and from what I'm kind of used to normally seeing. So I picked a bunch of these up for super cheap. This is Jimmy Buffett and Supertramp. So rock and roll. So I'm gonna, because these are kind of visually neat looking, I thought about, again, more of like a merchandising situation instead of just selling them online. Pete Townsend, the Alan Parsons Project, the Judds. Who else is in here? Dr. Watson, Jesse Winchester, Sade, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Billy Joel, Live Aid. It's kind of a cool one. And even the tapes are kind of funky. They're not like your normal, they don't have like anything on them. So I don't know, maybe they're like bootleg demos or something. I don't know. These are fun. 1985 Let's Go Part 2. It's like the now party CDs. But yeah, again, like nothing on the tape. The tapes are like blank. So strange. I don't know. Reba, Van Morrison, Rock Favorite 4. I mean, just the cover of this one is like outstanding. The Very Best of Style Council, Duran Duran, Gordon Lightfoot, The Best Blues from 1986, I need my readers. I can't see. More Gordon Lightfoot. Oh, or not. It's empty. Sting. Emmylou. Emmylou is my dad's favorite. And then what else do we have here? The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. Second one, Brian Auger's Oblivion Express. Everything But the Girl. Paul Simon Graceland. The Doobie Brothers. Waylon Jennings. And the very best of the Alan Parsons Project. Okay, so I'm gonna set those aside for the time being. Some Birkenstocks, brand new, that I'm gonna list. I bought these for my husband like probably a year and a half ago. And they ended up being the wrong size, and then we just did the classic, like, took too long to return them. So I'll probably list these on eBay. Oh, yes. Does anybody else love pens as much as me? These are actually from my mom. She moved out of her art studio and was downsizing, and I gladly accepted all of these fun pens. So I need to put these in a container, but I don't know where the container's at. A lot of times my teenager walks away with my art supplies, and then I don't know where they're at. My husband left this on my desk. I don't know if we're keeping it or if he's signaling that I'm supposed to sell it. The Usual Suspects. Love this movie. This one's new, sealed on Blu-ray. And then he left me this Dangerous Minds CD. So again, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with these, so I'll have to double check with him. But I mean, this has Gangsta's Paradise on it, so it's a pretty classic. And I love music soundtracks. I might have to put this in and listen to it. I found these paper doll books at an estate sale. I think there's Cinderella. Oops. Barbie. Another Barbie. I totally had this Barbie. I think I actually had the long dark haired one with the black hair, and I think I still have, in like all of my Barbie stuff, I think I still have that dress too. So here they are. These are all like uncut or unpunched. Everything's still there. Pretty cool. Those I'm going to list on eBay. This is a package from Dharma Trading. Dharma does a lot of art supplies, specifically like things for like tie-dyeing or fabric painting, things like that. So I ordered this probably forever ago, and I don't even remember what's in it. So let's look. Let's look. I get all of these ideas of things to do, and then never have time or space to do them. But one day, right? One day. Cornstarch foamies. I think it's like dye or paint. Let me see. Oh, the Solar Fast. Yeah, so the like cyanotype printing. I ordered some dye. I think I ordered like 4 or 5 different colors. Yeah. So now that the weather is getting better and we have more light at the end of the day, hoping I can get some fun stuff done with these. I've been setting aside just like old white bath towels and pillowcases, or like a pair of sweats that might have like one little stain on them or something, so I could play around with the cyanotype. So looking forward to doing this project. Fun paper placemats. Found these at the thrift store, I think. And again, this was kind of me thinking about a physical location. So again, like the vintage market or possibly a booth. I thought these were pretty, so I snatched them. Las Vegas ashtray. He's a little turtle. Love it. I have this box of these like bisque fired chess pieces that I found, and I'm not even 100% sure if they're all there. Obviously they need painted, but they're really cool. They were just buried at, again, an estate sale. I think I got the whole box for like $3. So yeah, here's that box of bisque chess pieces in this old shredded paper. Some of them are a little discolored, but I think they would still be fine if somebody wanted to paint them. Just trying to see if there is a different one. Oh yeah, here. This is cool. The knight on his horse. They're about probably about 4 inches tall. I think they're pretty neat. I need to get this awesomeness listed. Sparkly, I think it's Quaker Factory. Yeah, the tag's cut out, but Quaker Factory, women's plus size, but St. Patty's Day is coming up, so I need to get this listed. I'll probably try to get this listed today. But I'll set these aside probably to list a little later because they're Hanukkah related. But again, they're sparkly. And this one's fun too. It has the menorah on there. Some fun dreidels. Again, it's embroidered and sparkly. Here's some cute stationery. It's got rainbows on it. Stuart Hall little rainbow set. I really love finding like paper and stationery and cards and ephemera. It's one of my favorite things to find. So these, again, I think I'm going to set aside for potentially in-person physical sale option. So these are going to go in my box. These rolls of Thomas Kincaid wallpaper borders. I think I found these maybe at like Goodwill. I think there's like 2 different patterns. These I'm gonna list on eBay. Thomas Kincaid doesn't sell super fast for me, but it does tend to sell. So when I find kind of unique things like that, I try to, you know, definitely pick it up and bring it home. And then I have this cute little American Girl theater kit. So it has little scripts and everything in it. This I am going to list on eBay. I went to an estate sale, oh gosh, probably, I don't know, maybe almost a year and a half ago. And I just got so much stuff from that I'm still trying to work through it. But the couple in the house are Japanese, and they have all these wonderful Japanese items. So a couple of the things that I got were these square pillowcases, and I think at first I kind of thought that these were maybe like an e-cot, but I think they're just maybe more like a shibori technique. I'm not really sure. I kind of need to look into them a little more, but they're really neat. I have two of them, front and back. And they have tiny little tasseled corners, and then they have a zip to get in, which is cool. And I can tell that they're a little older just by the zipper alone. It's kind of an older metal zipper, and I think it's an arrow. I think it's an arrow zipper. But yeah, these are about 24 by 24, two of them. So I'm gonna look into these a little bit more and see if I can find more information about them. And then these will probably go on my eBay store. And then at that same house, I found another set of these square pillowcases. This one's a floral, like a bouquet, front and back. And this too also has an arrow zipper. And they may be, I think that the woman sewed. So I was thinking maybe she made some of them, but I'm looking at this one and it does have, it has a tag in it. So I'll have to Google, I use the Google Lens, the translate for a lot of the stuff that I bought at this estate sale, because there's some clothing and things and it's all in Japanese. So that's been kind of fun to use Google Translate. And I think there's three of these. Two of them. And there's a third, but the color is a little faded. Or these are a little faded. This one's a little bit bluer. Like maybe this one didn't really get used as much. So not sure if I'll list all these together. Or maybe just this guy separate. And then I'll do this pair. But again, these will go most likely on my eBay store, just because they're the cases and not, they don't have pillows with them. If that was the case, I might take them to like a vintage show or something like that. And then the last one from that house, again, is a square case. And this has some really nice embroidery work on it, kind of the lacy finished edge. These don't have a zipper. They just have like the button closure. And they still have the tags on them. But again, they're all in Japanese, so I'll have to figure out what it says. But I think I have four of these covers. And again, I think they'll fit a 24 by 24 pillow. I might have lied. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these beauties. So yeah, these also will get listed on eBay. This little tiny tea is a vintage tea that I found probably from the 90s or Y2K, early 2000s. Probably something I would have worn in high school or about then. And it's got rhinestones. So we'll get that listed up on eBay. I found these really cool washcloths. They're chenille. They're really soft. And this one has a label. Roberta di Camerino. Again, the information though is in Japanese, so obviously from Japan. I have a set of 3 of these that I'm gonna list, but just some neat washcloths you don't normally see. This one that I just love. I'm sort of having a hard time wanting to get rid of this one. And this is Filer from Germany. So just so fun, super soft. Here is the label for Filer. And then the last thing that I'll set aside today to work on listing is this crazy vintage sweater. I love it. The stripes. It's got big rhinestones on it and beads. And it's just in like perfect condition. So fun, so bright. So we'll get that listed today. So that's kind of my pile of stuff to list today. So once I get that listed, that'll be nice because that'll be out of my way. Thank goodness.